A very good evening to the eNCA Money Desk, and this is the story that we're tracking this hour. So eNCA has reliably learned that an arrest warrant from a German court has been issued for former Steinhoff CEO Markus Jooste. Jooste was supposed to appear in the German court earlier this year for his trial, but cited that he was not allowed to travel internationally from South Africa. For more on this, we speak to advocate Glynnis Breytenbach, who was part of the parliamentary hearing that questioned Jooste back in 2019. And of course, Glynnis, you've remained vocal about the inaction that has been done in South Africa when it comes to Markus Jooste. I wonder if you'd agree with everyone looking on at today's developments and thinking, well, the German government seems to have done what the South African government simply cannot do.
Good evening. Yeah, I have been quite vocal about Jooste not being in court just yet. It's taken a long time. However, during engagements with the National Prosecuting Authority, it's become clear that they have actually put quite a lot of effort into this matter, that they have worked, quite hard on getting the case put together. One must bear in mind that, yes, the Germans have now issued an arrest warrant for him, and clearly they're ready to roll with their criminal procedure against him. They have two other Steinhoff execs in court in Germany at the moment. But the difficulty that the South African prosecuting authority sits with is that these transactions that they need to prove the case against Jooste, of course, were committed in Germany. The transactions took place in Germany. The effect was felt here, and so we have jurisdiction, and they can and will hopefully prosecute it. But in order to gather all their evidence, they have to do a lot of requests for mutual legal assistance to obtain all the documentation, all the evidence that they need in order to prove the documents that they need to hand in here. So we don't want to see another replay of the disastrous Free State matter. So, they're particularly putting their ducks in a row with this matter with regards to proving the documentation, authenticating the documentation, and so it is going to take a little while longer.
Yeah. In the meantime, Glynnis, what would South Africa do should an extradition conversation begin? Would it be the thing to let him go and face the courts in Germany, or hold him off until we are able here, well, the NPA rather, is able to lay formal charges against him? You have indicated that they are busy gathering as much evidence as they can, and hopefully not in the manner that they did in the New Lane case. But in the meantime, should the government let him go and face the law there, or hold on to him should those extradition conversations begin?
Well, if an extradition conversation should begin between Germany and South Africa, and I was the prosecutor, I would certainly say no. I would not let him go. He needs to stand trial here, and we need to finalize our criminal we need to finalize our criminal prosecutions for all his activities here. And once he's been convicted and sentenced here, then we can consider sending him to Germany to go and stand trial there. As far as I understand it, if my memory serves me correctly, Germany doesn't extradite German citizens to other countries to stand trial in criminal matters. So there'll be no reciprocity. So if I was the prosecutor, I would certainly hang on to him, and the German arrest warrant is good for us because it simply means that it will make it exceptionally difficult for him to travel anywhere, and so he's kind of stuck in South Africa now.
Yeah. What about the argument that was put forward by his lawyer earlier on, Glynnis, that he couldn't leave South Africa because the government had his travel documents? That's, of course, been since revealed as a lie on the part of Markus and his representatives, legal representatives. Would he have a case to answer for that untruth that was communicated to German authorities?
Well, he would have a case to answer to the Germans for that untruth, certainly. It's hard to imagine how the South African prosecution services or the police would be able to hang on to anyone's passport who had not yet been arrested.
No, absolutely. And then going forward, based on your engagements with the NPA, are they confident that we might see something perhaps by the end of this year when it comes to finalizing investigations and then, of course, beginning to lay the relevant charges against Markus Jooste?
Well, I'm not sure that they can put a time frame on it because they're dependent upon the mutual legal assistance from foreign jurisdictions, so largely in Germany. They have to wait for that evidence to be sent here. They will have to go to Germany. They will have to evaluate and collect the evidence. They will have to authenticate the documents. They have to meet the requirements of the law of evidence in South Africa. And where they can't get original documents, of course, they have to satisfy the best evidence rule. And so there's a lot of preparation that has to be done before you can hope to prosecute the matter successfully. Bearing in mind that they've had a few years to do it, and I'm reliably told that the mutual legal assistance requests have been made. It doesn't seem like too much to hope for that, by the end of the year, they'll be more or less in a position to proceed.
Thank you very much for that update and, of course, your thoughts on the latest developments. That is Advocate Glynnis Breytenbach joining us this evening to speak about that warrant of arrest issued for Markus Jooste by the German court and what is set to happen going forward. Should he be let to go and face the law there, or should he be kept in South Africa to face the law in this country?